Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So today I've got with me my second son, Colton. Glad to have him here. And this is Super Bowl Sunday. So before we start, what's your prediction? Score and team.
Oh, geez. I don't know about the score exactly, but I'm going to say probably Bucks by 13.
By 13?
By 13.
All right, my choice is the Chiefs.
Okay.
Score is going to be 36-31.
Okay.
That's my prediction. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get on to today's impressions. So we're doing a tobacco that we have not done on this show previously. And this is Briarworks, which is out of Tennessee, Columbia, Tennessee. And this is Briarworks Pete's Beards Blend. So this is an English blend, and it is made by Cornell and Deal. And the cool thing that I like about the Briarworks stuff is that it already comes prepackaged in a mason jar. So it's pretty cool that you know your tobacco is going to be well kept.
Yeah, it's always in good condition.
And of course those are reusable, so you kind of get a little extra for your money right there. This has Latakia and Virginias in it. It is a ribbon cut. There's no flavorings. These are 2-ounce jars. You can get them several different places, wherever you can find, quality tobacco, smoking pipes, of course, pipes and cigars, tobacco pipes, those types of places will carry this.
And even my local place, they always have Briarworks.
That's where you got it from, brick and mortar, right?
I went to a brick and mortar. They had it on sale. I was picking up some extra stuff. I was at a pipe cleaners or something, and I was like, I got to go get them. I can't wait, I saw this on sale. They're trying to get rid of it, so I was like, so it's pretty easy to find.
The strength on this is moderate. The taste on it is also moderate. And let's just jump right into this one. All right, so what do you get out of this?
Man, that tin note, it's not just overly powerful. There's not a lot of just anything standing out, I definitely get a lot of Kias in there. That smokiness and that, but it's not just overbearing. There's not just one thing that stands out to me. Admittedly, I've been gone from the show for quite a while. I haven't been smoking a whole lot of tobacco, so
yeah, it's a very, very light tin note. It's hardly any kind of anything that really jumps out and gets you, but there is that typical English smell.
Definitely in English.
It's got a little bit of smokiness. A real light sweetness behind there, which makes me wonder if it has some sort of a topping or a casing in there. We can get into that more as we smoke it and kind of see if there's any flavors it has. But it's super light. It's kind of like a campfire. There's a slight wood element in there. The Virginias, maybe slight grassiness and a little sweetness, but
I don't get it out of the tin. I get it a little bit out of the smoke, but we'll talk about that later. But
but it's a tin note, super, super mild,
very light.
Yeah,
but definitely in English, a light English.
Yeah, and it's a pretty pleasant smell, although light. It is pretty pleasant. All right, what about the taste?
The more and more I get on it, I mean, it's not very powerful. It's definitely not like an end of the day smoke for me. I could smoke this during the day. Just the slightest bit of that Virginia. Not a lot of it, but just a little bit. I get more the burny kind of Latakia kind of flavors on there, on my tongue,
Yeah, the flavor is also pretty light. You don't get... The Latakia in this blend is pretty subdued. There's not real heavy at all. A little bit of smoky, a little bit of woody. I don't get a whole lot from the Virginias at all.
Just the slightest.
It's almost like the Virginias are really young. Kind of a flat young, hadn't had time to really do its thing and mature.
Just kind of cut it off the stalk and
Yeah.
throw it in there,
I mean, there's a little bit of a lemon taste in there, kind of a citrus lemon, a little bit. But I get, try it again, I get almost a tropical fruit in there as well. And that's what leads me to believe about the casing because I almost taste like a pineapple in there. Do you get any of that? A little bit of spice.
It's so hard to say. Now that you mention it, maybe, that's suggestive selling or something, whatever you want to call it, but possibly. But more than anything, like I said, I've been gone from the show for a while. I haven't really been smoking too much tobacco, and whenever I did, it was just my go-to Virginia Gentleman. I haven't touched anything else in about 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah, so just being able to smoke something that's just a little bit different, I'm just overwhelmed with all the different stuff that's going on. It's like, oh wow, okay. But maybe that tropical taste, definitely a little bit of lemon kind of zest, but then the latakia is kind of just peppered in there.
Yeah, I wish that the Virginias gave a little more sweetness to this. There's kind of a sour note on the back of my tongue a little bit that I'm tasting also, kind of like that lemony tartness a little bit. But that every now and then that tropical fruit taste kind of comes.
It's very
through.
small, and it kind of just touches on your tongue and then goes away.
And this, I mean, the cut on this, it says ribbon, but it's almost like a shag. It's almost like a shag. It's really, really fine cut throughout this.
I don't know about... It's a small ribbon. I don't know if I'd call it a shag. I mean, I could see it in certain flakes, but it is a little bit of a fine ribbon cut, I guess I would say. I don't know. It's definitely fine cut.
I'm about third way through the bowl right now, and the flavors are consistent. They're not changing. Just the for it to be in English, I would want a little more latakia in this. I'm not getting that, and I'm not exactly sure what tobacco is predominant in this. With only it having latakias and Virginias in it, I just would want both of those components to step up a little bit more and give it more flavor. But this is, it's definitely an all-day smoke because it's so light. There's not, it doesn't punch your palate. It's just really, really easy to smoke.
On that, I like the way it came out of the tin. It was ready to smoke. It's not like super duper wet. I mean, it's actually almost a little dry.
Which I like to be just a tad on the dry side. Yeah, it's ready to smoke for sure.
Easy to light. I had I had the actual initial light and then just straightforward, ready to go tobacco.
Yeah. Got anything else you want to add to the tastes? I want to smoke it down a little bit more and see if it changes.
Might take me a while.
Yeah, you got that huge MacArthur pipe.
Yeah.
Is that a Missouri Mission?
It is a Missouri Mission. Yeah. I got this one, and then Nathan had the 5-star. I forget what this one's called, but the 5-star is the one that comes up to here, and it's got...
So that's bigger?
Yeah.
Wow.
It goes all the way. It's a huge bowl.
Crazy. I'm smoking a lattice meerschaum that I got from Rick at Briarville Pipe Repair. One evening he was posting some pipes that he had left over that he was selling. This was a brand new pipe. It's a no-name meerschaum, but it smokes pretty well.
I like the material on that as well. It's
really
pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty nice smoke. It was inexpensive, and yeah, it smokes pretty good. So anyway, I always like to smoke tobaccos I've never tried in either a cob or a meerschaum to kind of see what it goes like, and you're getting more of a true flavors than if you would in a briar, simply because there's no cake buildup on these. So anyway, all right. Well, let's come back to the flavors as we get farther into the smoke. Well, what do you think about the room note?
It's hard with your cool little machine up there.
Yeah, this is our new smoking lounge. I've been through 4 months of renovations, and finally we got to start working on the smoking room. So I've got a new Rabbit air filtration system going on, and you can probably hear it right now.
Pretty cool, though.
Yeah, but it works real well. And I'm trying to get my room kind of settled. It still has work to do, but
It's still awesome.
yeah, it's a work in progress.
Congratulations on that. But back to the room note. It's definitely in English. You get some of the what am I thinking here? It's
That kind of a musty, smoky campfire.
Yeah. Just a campfirey kind of setting. It's in English.
Yeah.
It's tolerable.
To me, the room note actually is a little stronger than the tin note.
I would agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it smells more like an English in the room than it does coming out of the tin. Yeah. It's tolerable to pleasant. Some guys will love that, who love that English smell will like this. But, for the most part, I would say it's tolerable to most people around you. And it's really not that overwhelming either. It's lighter than a lot of other Englishes that I've smoked. And I'm an English person.
I know you are. That's why I decided to grab this one.
Yeah. What about the nicotine content?
A little bit more so than most, but I'd say moderate.
Yeah.
Then again, I'm smoking a rather large amount, so.
Yeah, for the nicotine. I've smoked twice, 3 times today already,
This is my first smoke for the day.
and I would say it's moderate.
Yeah.
It's not real strong.
This is my first smoke for the day, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit stronger.
Well, this is named for Pete Prevost, who is the owner of Briarworks pipe company in Columbia.
Didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, and he also carves his own pipes, and then he's got people that work with him that carves the Briarworks line. They also picked up the moonshine line as well. So they out of that factory, he carves his own line of pipes, Briarworks pipes, and moonshine pipes. So, and they before COVID hit, they hosted their first pipe show from Briarworks, and from what I understand, it was a big success. So as soon as all of this stuff from COVID passes by, maybe they'll pick it up again. It's called Muletown. I think Muletown Pipe Show is what it was called.
And it's based out of Columbia, Tennessee.
Yeah, which is south of Nashville.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, but it's really a cool place. They kind of have when you get on their website, you can see all the different stages of pipe making and everything like that. Some pictures, and it looks like a real cool place. So I'd like to go there sometime. Yeah. So to me, this doesn't have any bite.
No.
It's pretty much middle of the road as far as flavor and strength goes.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit on the bland side. To me, it could use a little. If it doesn't have Turkish, which in the description it didn't say that it had Turkish in it, but if it does have Turkish, it probably needs a little bit more. But it could use some help with some Turkish to kind of boost the flavor profile a little bit. This would be a great crossover blend for people who don't smoke Englishes. You want to try and see what it's like. This would be a good one. I think this probably would age, and probably could use some aging, especially for those Virginias.
And I cracked this. I was talking to you Wednesday over the phone, and I was like, I think I got a tobacco that we can try. And you're like, have you tried it? And nope. This has been sealed and sitting on my shelf for about maybe half a year.
Oh, really? You've had it for that long?
Yeah, and it just
maybe a year or so might help those Virginias kind of sweeten up a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's about a half a year old.
It burns a little quick, and I think that's due to the moisture content, and also the cut, because it's such a fine cut. That probably adds to the burn rate. Has a few rough edges, but for the most part, it's a pretty balanced kind of English. Man, the jar was just jammed full of tobacco. I mean, it was absolutely full, which I also understand that to age it, you need a little bit of room in that jar for the air to kind of do its thing and help ferment those tobaccos. So now that we've smoked some of it, if you let it sit for a while, it might do a little bit better. It has a little bit of a lingering aftertaste. I've had to relight once or twice but I've been here talking, but it's not so bad. It's a pretty middle of the road. Nothing special about it. All day smoke for if you're an English guy.
Yeah.
Like we said, it does come in 2-ounce mason jars, and that averages about $6.59 an ounce for this particular blend. So not too bad. It's about there with the rest of them. Let's go back to the flavor profile. Are you getting anything different now? No, I'm not. I'm about halfway through the bowl now.
I'm about halfway through, but I mean, maybe it's because I've kind of gotten used to it. The Latakia doesn't seem as pronounced as it was, which even then, before it was light,
Yeah, I think now that I'm tasting it a little bit more, maybe the Virginia grassiness is starting to come through a little bit more. It's really, really light on Latakias, guys. This is not a heavy Latakia at all. One of the milder Englishes that I've tried.
Yeah. Yeah, just. It's nice.
All right. Well, if you're ready for your evaluations, then what do you think you're going to give it?
Well, I know what I'm going to give it, but I want to say something first. Nothing against Briarworks, but some of their other products I've tried I've not been a fan of. At least in the tobacco side. I think you know which one I'm talking about. I bought it because it was a funny name, the bacon one. And so buying this scared the crap out of me because I was like, what if this is just awful?
This is definitely I tried that when you bought it. And actually the bacon flavored one is on my top 5 worst tobaccos that I've ever tried.
Which is why I was so reluctant to get this because I was like, what if this is just
But
bad?
this is much better than that one. Yeah, this is all right.
If you've had bad, if you were like me and the only Briarworks that you've really tried was the bacon, and from there you're like, I'm not doing that brand again. Give this one a shot. It'll probably bring you back home. It's all good. But honestly, 2, maybe a 2.5. If I don't know. It's pretty good. I mean, it's better than most of the other Englishes that I've had, that because I don't smoke a lot of English, and so I mean it's a nice transition to where it's not just going to be that's a really heavy English. No, it's real light all day English. Yeah, I'll say 2. I got to be honest.
For me, it's okay. There's nothing in here that's just impressing me. Although it is light enough to be an all-day smoke, I just need a little bit more flavor to it. I'd like a little more sweetness and a little more smokiness coming out of it for my tastes. For some of you guys, you might enjoy this, the character, the lightness of this, especially if you're not accustomed to smoking Englishes. This might be a nice little change of pace. I'm going to give it a 2.5. A 2.5. So it's not going to go in my rotation. It's okay. We'll smoke this down, and then when it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah. It's definitely not one that's gonna be like, I'm gonna get off work and I'm gonna go smoke some people. When it's gone, it's gone.
All right, so you gave it a 2 or a 2.5?
I'm gonna say a 2.
A 2, and I gave it 2.5. You want to bump it up? Or
yeah,
bump it down?
we're gonna round it up to 2.5. Just,
all right.
Just a pretty. Yeah.
So for Pete's Beards blend, we give it 2.5 shots.
Yep.
Like I said, for you guys that don't smoke Englishes and you want something a little bit different, the Latakia is almost non-existent in this one. And towards the end of the smoke, the Virginias begin to come out, especially if you like bright Virginias with that lemony citrus flavors and a little bit of grassiness, a little bit of hay, slight woody tones.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be something that you enjoy. All right. Well, you got anything you want to add?
No, not really. The standard stuff, Thank you guys for watching. When did you call me? A couple weeks ago, we hit another number. That's
1,500.
Yeah,
1,500.
That's absolutely nuts to me. So thank you guys for watching. when we started this, I was pretty sure I was like, I'm just gonna be hanging out with Dad and the boys, and just it's just gonna be cool, and we're gonna document it.
Well,
But
and that was initially our intent. Was
Yeah.
just an opportunity for us to sit down and smoke together and try a lot of different tobaccos, and we've certainly done that.
yeah,
But we've actually got some people that are interested in what we're saying, so thank you guys.
thank
We
you
do-
guys.
We do appreciate it.
Follows up with please continue to like, comment, subscribe. He checks out the comments, and we actively runs it. I run through it on my lunch break occasionally and see what's going on. So
Oh, there's a big difference between being retired and having to work.
that's very true. Yeah, that's very true. But regardless, thank you guys. It's pretty awesome that we're getting this kind of stuff. Yeah, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, with all of that being said, thank you guys for watching. We do appreciate you, and don't forget,
Make all your piping moments count.
we'll see you next time. Have a great week.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.